What's up everyone, Brie E Anderson here. Today we are going to be talking about how you can track form submits on Google Analytics. Just to give you a quick heads up, this is going to be using Google Tag Manager. So if you're not using Google Tag Manager yet, make sure you go set that up. And if you are just totally against Google Tag Manager, maybe I'll be able to make another video for you here in the near future. So if you have Google Tag Manager and you have a button click that you are wanting to track, stick around and we are going to walk through the process step by step. Okay, so in full transparency, I'm going to be using this article to walk me through the process of tracking this button click. The first thing it says is to find the button and view the source code. Okay, so this is the button that I'm going to want to track. If I inspect the code here, we have all the information we need here. So we have the form name, class. So in Google Tag Manager, we are going to create a new variable for form class. And if I come into form classes, so now we can set triggers based on form class. So I'm going to go to tag, new, universal analytics, because I've not switched over to Google Analytics 4 yet. Now I'm going to select event, and the category is going to be button, action is going to be click, and the label I'm going to use is request a callback. I'm going to select my Google Analytics settings here, and now we have to set up the trigger for the form submission. And instead of using this form section down here, we're actually just going to use all elements and some clicks. Here we can see that it says form classes contains. So I'm going to go back to this source code and find the form class. You can see right here where it says div role, role, and it says form. And here's the class right here. So WPC F7, bring it over, and now all I have to do is save. Theoretically, now this should only be triggered when there is a click on the form to submit it. So if somebody comes in and they click in here to fill out the form, we shouldn't have any events tracked, only if they click this button. Once you've tested and debugged your new tags and triggers, all you have to do is press submit. You can leave some notes here if you want. I never do. Press publish. Again, I don't do anything here. Hit continue. And once it's live, you should be able to go into Google Analytics, set up your goal. So I'm going to do that really quick. New goal, contact us, continue, event. So this has to be the exact same thing that you set up in Google Tag Manager or it won't pull through. So the category is button, action is click, and the label is request a callback. I'm just going to put this as a value of $1. I do this because then it does show me which pages contribute, because it'll give pages page values. This isn't something that has a tangible value, so it's not like if they submit this we make $5, but by assigning a value to the form submission, we can track which pages are really valuable to our process. So to test that, we can save this and actually go into preview mode. So I'm just going to select preview here. I type in my website and it's going to bring up the website. Request a callback. And theoretically speaking, if I go into the real time, I should see a real-time event go through. And it did. Button click. So just to recap, the first thing you need to do is go to your page. You're going to right click your button, inspect. You're going to need to find the form and the class of that form. You will copy the form class, create a variable to listen for that form class. Then when you create a tag, you are going to use the event type, create a category, an action, and a label. Then the trigger you're going to use is a form submission trigger and have it listen for that form class. Save it, test and debug it, and everything should show up in Google Analytics under events. So if I go to overview and top events, everything will eventually pull through here. To make sure right away that it's working, again, you're going to go to that real-time events and you can see the events come through. I hope this helps, and if it does, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more actionable tutorials for analytics, digital marketing, and strategy.